It's Microsoft's fault yet again. After taking all these L's, I've been hiding underneath my bed, and now I am finally coming out the closet to tell you that the Xbox is a mess.
Basically, the most sales of every single game. Sony
Oh,
has been
really?
in the lead for it.
Bro, excuse me, Astrobot's not doing well. Rise of Ronin failed. Foam Stars failed. What did you talk about? Rebirth. You've already went through this list already, man. Final Fantasy 16. Every single one of these games that came out flopped. God of War didn't even sell that well on PC. Helldivers 2 lost about 95% of its population. But everything's going well for Sony, right?
A very
Yeah,
long
sounds
time.
like coping.
And they still are, but there has been this sudden rise in the conversation that Xbox is bad, but Sony is worse. And I want to talk about that because there have been some rumblings and
Yeah,
some leaks.
Sony is by far worse.
Apparently, Xbox is just actually in the dumpster, and while Sony continues to make mistakes, they can still probably fix it. But
Oh, because it's Sony, you know? But if it's Microsoft, they can't fix the problems going on in their company. You always giving PlayStation a second chance, and that's the reason as to why people are calling you out. And what's even more funny, didn't you tell people not to pick up the PS5 Pro, and yet you went out there to try to pre-order the anniversary bundle? Bro, you ain't nothing but a hypocrite, man. I get it. I understand that sometimes people change their minds, but not the way you do, man. Come on, bro. You was a grifter, bro, and Paris and everything he stated about you is true. Because honestly, I really do feel that you only come up with this content for views, bro. You have no integrity, and to be honest with you, I can see as to why a lot of people are getting tired of you on this platform.
let's talk. I hope you're having a good
Let's
day.
discuss.
And if you could, according to some websites,
The PS5 Pro hasn't sold in the US or the UK. I thought y'all said it was selling out, right? Oh, that's what you people wanted to believe, man. All you fools out here pre-ordering a console that anybody can go out there and buy. The only one that's selling out is the anniversary bundle because why? It's in gray and it's there to celebrate PlayStation's 30th anniversary, and also it's probably more likely going to be a rare console, so scalpers are more likely going to want to pick that up instead of this basic $699 PlayStation 5 Pro. You see, even you can't even win with scalpers. Even scalpers don't even want your console.
retailers, they're not really selling it.
Woo! Let's go. Thank you. You know, I want to give a special shout out to the gaming community for not supporting this abomination of a console, telling these companies that, hey, man, we got your hardware. Sony, it's about time you come out with some games, man. Everybody give a round of applause for themselves.
Sony has not really been able to sell them. Perhaps
And it's only about 12,000 30th anniversary pros. Remember when these dudes were saying, oh, it's selling out. It's doing well. Look at that. MBG. Oh, you know, people buying the 30th anniversary. There's only 12,000 of those made. But there's probably about a millions of these manufactured, and yet you people don't want to buy one. See? There you go. PlayStation. What another failure.
fast as they thought. In fact,
What do y'all think I was going to say? What, another W?
I saw this tweet from Destin Legary that people were very mad about, but I actually think he's bringing up a great point, which is the fact that or even stream it, you know? My point is the fact that the Pro is not selling, I think it is indicative of the fact that it's just not that big of a graphical leap for
Well, not according to Porter Rock, man. This man's doing a whole Colt Eastwood analysis, and the man don't even got the platform in his home. You know, I mean, at this point, Sony should be giving this man a check for how much he's damage controlling for this.
a significant price tag, but part of the inspiration for
Nobody
this video
wants
was
it.
a quote that was said last night on the Spawncast. Now, you guys know it's weird that Sony is still going down that path, but it sounds like Xbox's plan is nothing. Xbox is such a mess right now. I feel like
Really?
their plan is changing every single year. Right now, they're talking about a handheld, but who knows? A year ago, they were saying Indiana Jones was never coming to PlayStation, and now it is coming to PlayStation here in about 5 months. Their disaster over there, it's really just sad. I've seen stuff like this, which
What?
to me is
And
just...
you know, it's funny. He goes as far to say that Xbox has no games, but the games that are selling the best on your platform, Sea of Thieves, Grounded, right? High Five Rush. These games are all doing better on PS5 than they're doing in comparison to your PlayStation exclusives. Indiana Jones is probably going to do well because you guys don't have your own Uncharted game. I mean, it's absolutely pathetic. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, Diablo 4. These are all games owned by Microsoft. That means Microsoft's games are doing better on even your own platform. But what about these Sony exclusives?
It's hilarious. As the dust settles on the PS5 Pro, I'm still glad that Xbox didn't bother. Now, I read this article, and to be honest, it's pretty bad. I'm not even bagging on the author. I want to make it clear I'm not attacking this person, but it's clearly just clickbait. It's clearly, literally, it's like 6 paragraphs.
No, just like what you do, telling everybody else don't pick up the PS5 Pro, but yet you the first dude out here pre-ordering one.
It's literally a guy being like, I'm glad I'm on the green side of the gaming fence, which obviously is funny because
why
Xbox
are you so mad
really
about people being happy with the Xbox? Because you're not happy with your PS5? Is that what it is?
Releasing games, so even if you want to claim the PlayStation 5 Pro is a bad idea from a business standpoint, which I'm definitely in that camp, it's still difficult to say that Xbox is doing better than PlayStation. But
they are doing better than PlayStation because unlike you, Microsoft is actually out here bringing new games. We don't care about the hardware sales no more, bro. At this point, you guys, that's the only argument you got. And then when Big Brother Nintendo comes around the corner, oh, we're just going to sit there and act like y'all don't exist. What you say about buying exclusives in hardware? They got to look at Nintendo like, oh, I'm sorry, Nintendo. And the funny thing is Nintendo gamers are only doing it because of what you guys did to them during the Wii U. Remember? Wii U. And the funny thing, it's Sony in the ambulance. Wii U.
Talk about this more than anything else is I feel like Sony and Xbox are in such a weird position where in this thread,
Go ahead, damage control.
About the fact that it does seem like Xbox just tried to buy the gaming industry. They spent hundreds of billions of dollars.
Isn't that what you guys wanted? You guys are going to sit there and act like, remember the talking points that they had? I don't understand why Microsoft, if they would only acquire more studios and buy more companies to have more games on their platform, I would buy one. This is what you ponies have stated. And yet they go to do exactly what you wanted, and you people still don't want an Xbox. You people are hypocrites, man. These are the same people that love Hellblade on PlayStation 4, but when the game came to Xbox, oh, I don't like the game no more. That's exactly how these ponies operate.
Buying stuff like Activision Blizzard and Double Fine and building up 343 Industries and stuff, but it's pretty obvious that from the Microsoft part of this, they did think you can just buy it out, because you can do that in other longer and longer and longer. Sony understands the business better than Xbox does.
Oh, really? Is that the reason as to why Sony is not adapting? Is that the reason as to why Sony doesn't have their own multiplayer game that's on par with what Microsoft's doing? Microsoft has the biggest multiplayer games under their division. World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Gears of War, Halo. I mean, come on, bro. The list goes on. Call of Duty. You want to sit there, Diablo. Are you kidding me, bro? I mean, if you want to sit there and say that the Xbox is trash, that's perfectly fine. But all I'm going to ask is this. Where's MotorStorm? Where's Killzone? Where's Starhawk? Where's Warhawk? Where's Twisted Metal? Where's SOCOM? Where's MAG? Where's Resistance? Where's Killzone? Where's Folklore? Where's all these games? Where's Sly Cooper? Where's all these games? Extermination. Where are all these games? Where's a sequel to Tumba? Not just a remastered of the classics. You see, you PlayStation ponies can't answer that question because regardless of how many hardware sales you got, what about Gravity Rush? Y'all remember that? What about Gravity Rush? Y'all don't even hear from that? When is the last time the people that made Shadow Colossus actually made a sequel to a game? I guarantee the next thing they're going to do is make another Ico, and it's going to be called Ico Remake, rebuilt from the ground up.
Provably so. They're still making games like Astrobot, and even if you hate stuff like God of War Ragnarok.
Bro, God of War Ragnarok came out so long ago, bro. Talk about a game that came out now.
I mean, I absolutely love that game. I think it's interesting to see that Sony is still continuing to try and grow their own brand. Like, I'll be honest.
So you don't think Microsoft is growing their brand by putting their games on their platform, by putting their games on PC. If anything, Microsoft wants to be the kings of everything. They want to be the kings of distribution. They want to be the kings of even your own platform. They even want to be the kings of their own stuff. That's what you don't understand. Microsoft wants to have their hands on everything, while Sony only wants to have their hands on a very particular amount of things. And that's the problem, because unfortunately, the hardware issue wouldn't have been a problem if you people would buy exclusive games. You can sit there and argue, well, I don't like these games. That's fine. But at the same time, Sony does want you to buy them. Why do you think Concord failed? You think they put $400 million in the game? Regardless if it sucked or not, they still wanted you to buy it.
I don't like the fact that Sony is so obsessed with live service. A lot of people are not happy with live service. I think a lot of their live service...
Oh, really? You know what's so funny about that? One of their live service games, which happened to be Helldivers 2, is what put Sony on the map. Woo! Let's speak facts. No single-player game that Sony has funded have done well. Oh! Y'all like, oh my God, Gamester, you with the bars again. You're right, man. The only game that put Sony on the map, or should I say put some respect for Sony, was Helldivers 2. It wasn't no single player. It wasn't no single player game. And you know what's funny? It also did better with the help of PC.
This game's honestly are just going to completely nosedive, if I'm being honest with you. But I think even this, though, is still a testament.
Oh, I forgot about Forza series. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Sony is trying to grow for better and for...
Microsoft still has their franchises while Sony has more hardware. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You guys got more hardware. Microsoft has less hardware, but more games. I think I'm going to take the console with less hardware and more games to play. Okay? Because at the end of the day, I can only have probably a few of these consoles in my home. I don't have 30 million Xboxes in my home. So therefore, I don't care about how well the console's selling. As long as Microsoft's making a profit, which they are, and Sony's making a profit too, only mostly through their subscription. That's where they're getting their money from.
Worse. I want to make that clear. I think Sony is trying to innovate, but sometimes innovation...
Really? Sony's trying to innovate. Really? Oh, really? You want to go... Okay, I'm going to take my glasses off for this. Sony wants to innovate... Days Gone Remaster. Sony wants to innovate Until Dawn Remake. Sony want to innovate Silent Hill 2 Remake. Sony wants to innovate. You tell me what they've been innovating, bruh. You tell me, bro, because I'm still waiting. Oh, yeah, let's talk about that Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. Oh, yeah, Sony's all about innovation. What do you mean, innovating updates?
Can take you down a bad path. By experimenting, by testing out new things, you don't naturally end up in the best place ever.
And you don't think Sony's doing that?
Some books about evolutionary psychology and biology, basically meaning like...
that's literally the size of Dreamcast guy's skull.
Thinking patterns of ancient life, paleoarchaeology, goofy stuff like that, right? Okay, not a ton. Obviously, I'm still a very dumb guy, but there is a bunch of vestigial parts of our DNA. There's a bunch of useless junk data inside us of failed paths of evolution. There's actually a thing inside of our eye that looks like at one point maybe we're going to be more of aquatic monkeys. We have like a little filter like alligators have.
Did this guy just call himself an aquatic monkey?
But it doesn't deploy.
Bro, I ain't no aquatic monkey, bro. I don't know where you got that from, man. This man been watching too much Dragon Ball, man. This man really think he a Saiyan monkey. Are you serious, man? Like, that's what Lord Frieza be calling you? Now when he see Kakarot in the ocean, he gonna be like, you aquatic monkeys.
So we don't have, like, natural goggles. My point is the fact that evolution is not a singular path. It's not constantly improving. And so I think...
Yeah, we can see that. Because clearly you're not improving with these videos.
Look at Microsoft. They are both trying to evolve. They are both attempting to go in better directions. It just seems...
And what's even more funny, he brought up the fact that, oh, Microsoft, you're doing this and you're expected, success right away. No. Microsoft is not expecting success right away. They are preparing themselves for the future. So when that time comes around the corner, they're like, okay, we already got our foundation and we know exactly where we could shift it to. Sony's doing the same thing. They're doing the same exact thing, bro. I'm telling you, these companies ain't going to be nothing but an app.
It is evolving faster, and they've happened to pick a lot better DNA. I think the part of this that I think could help Xbox, but it won't save them, is the rumors of the Xbox handheld.
I don't care, because I'm going to go pick me one up. So if that is the power of a Series S in my hands, that's going to be some competition for Nintendo. And that's probably why Microsoft is doing it. Probably to compete with the Nintendo Switch. Very interesting, Microsoft.
This has been rumored now for
This
months.
is actually very interesting. I think a lot of people are downplaying this. And if you really think about it, and this is what I tried to tell you, Microsoft is a very dangerous company, because if Sony tries to if Nintendo tries to get away, remember what we talked about, guys, about Nintendo only trying to do maybe a PS4 level spec Switch, very similar to the Steam Deck. If Microsoft can put a Series S in your hands with that type of power and performance and have it, as you can see right here, dockable, that Switch 2, ooh, I might want to pick this up first. I'm going to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? This, and that probably explains as to why you hear the talks with Steam and Microsoft connecting with one another. This is a very dangerous device, because this might actually put Microsoft right back on the map. It might.
In fact, obviously, Jason Schreier mentioned it here. It sounds like they're going to tease this very soon in an official capacity. And
I'm all for that, bro. Give me that.
I am very excited about this. There
Give
is
me
actually
that.
some rumors that Sony is...
And you know what's funny? And this is where competition's good, because if Nintendo sees this, what do you think Nintendo got to do, guys? They got to make sure they be on their A game as well, and you get a more powerful Switch as well. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. See, when companies are actually competing with one another, right? We all benefit. You guys get a more powerful Switch, and we get a powerful Xbox Series S in our hands. This is what gaming is about. This is what I like to see. You feel me? And this is what I want to see more of. But the problem is Sony ain't doing nothing but relying on their subscription money and their hardware sales. That's it.
Inspired by this as well. There is some leaked documents going
That's
around
perfect,
about the
bro.
PlayStation
Like
6.
I'm telling you, man, I'm a Nintendo dude, man, and I'm all for this.
PS6 is just going to be a PS5 Pro. It's just going to be a PlayStation with even better graphics and 8K instead of 4K.
You hear this dude bro? You know what?
Backwards compatibility with the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4, but it sounds like there is some talks about making two separate SKUs, two separate versions of the PlayStation 6, and one of them some sort of handheld for the PlayStation.
And if Sony does that, it's going to be digital only, right? You do know if Sony goes in that direction of the PlayStation 6, like you're claiming, then that would mean that consoles, the true concept of a console is over. You do know that. That means home consoles is done.
To compete with this possible handheld Xbox. To me, that all sounds great, but we'll see how it actually works out.
What? Bro, it already worked out for me. What are you talking about, bro? Oh, we gotta see. You see, when it's Sony, they can say, okay, hold on. Nah, I don't like what you said. So it's okay. You didn't see no good games that take advantage of the PS5 Pro, but you want to go out there and pre-order one with 2% difference. Nah. Let's speak facts up in here. Nah. Let's speak the facts. Yo, Gabe, so calm down. Yeah, get off me. Stop holding me back, man, because I'm gonna let these people know. But yet, you people can't get happy about an Xbox Series S portable in power? Excuse me? Do you understand that? Think about what I'm about to say. If you have a catalog of games, you can transfer your Xbox account to this handheld and have access to all your games. That's one. Two, do you understand that you'll be able to play some ambitious next generation games on the go on this portable? And you was out here hating on this? Are you kidding me? We got to see how it is, though. We already know how it is. If I can play Gears E-Day on my Series X and I can play it on this handheld, ain't nothing else that need to be said. And that's more likely what the case is going to be. So therefore, my purchase has already been made. Okay? The system ain't even out and I want to buy one. Okay? See, that's what you people don't understand. But we don't know about the game. Listen, you big dummy. Listen, you ponies. Any game that drops on Xbox Series S and X will be on this portable. Which means that I'll be able to take my games from my console and take advantage of them on this portable. And you want to sit there and talk, we gotta wait and see. But when it's the PS5 Pro, guys, oh no, here's Sony, here's $700 and $800 of my money. No difference. We didn't see no difference in games, barely a 2% increase, and yet, $800 of my money already here, Sony. Bro, get out of here.
This kind of research and development, this R&D, is extremely pricey, and
I don't care.
It can
I'm
go
buying it.
very bad.
I'm buying it. Just like you paid $700 for a Pro, I'm picking this up.
Right? I mean, I think the Steam Deck is incredible, but that almost seems like a fluke. Valve got it right when everybody else seems.
Oh, really? You hear this, dude? You hear this, dude? Bro, you're just a hater, bro. I guarantee even Nintendo gamers would be inclined to say, hey, I might want to pick it up. I never have played an Xbox, but this might be my opportunity of trying it out and seeing what it's all about. You're such a hater, bro. But if it's Sony, bro, you was out here damage controlling for the PlayStation Portal. What are you talking about, bruh?
To get it very, very wrong. But
bro, I'm
how
done,
do you
bro.
feel about
I'm done, bro. Now I see as to why people can't stand your channel. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video, man. Like I said, games to bring in the real truth and awareness. Like I said, if this Xbox handheld exists, I'm buying me one. I don't care. If you ponies can pay $700, $800 for a PS5 Pro, then you ain't got no room to talk about this. But hopefully you guys enjoy this video, man. And it's dockable. Instant.